Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Ann and Nancy Wilson of Heart. These two are a package deal. You can't split them and get the same effect. I can't say enough good things about the Wilson sisters. They just ooze sex appeal. It's not only their appearance, but also their talent and the way they act. Their look and demeanor is just trashy enough to be alluring, but still very ladylike. Musically, they're awesome. I can see why they became popular when they did. In the 1970s, they were very hard rocking. There weren't a lot of female-led bands back then that were doing heavy stuff. That changed after Heart came out. Ann, the dark-haired one, is the singer. Nancy, the blonde one, is the guitarist. They complement each other in a lot of different ways, musically and in image. Both of them are smoking hot sexy. The 1980s was a different time for Heart. They were not so hard rocking in this decade, and fell into the soft pop material other girl bands were doing. On the other hand, this is when they were at their most flamboyant. Their hair was bigger, and their outfits even wilder. They also had some well-made music videos at this time. The 1990s onward was a return to form for classic Heart. They didn't lose any of their musical ability. They could still play their own stuff and do outstanding covers of Led Zeppelin songs. The Wilson sisters got it all together. It's sort of a rare deal for my Babe of the Day series where I would actually profile two women in the same video, but when it comes to Heart, you really can't split the Wilson sisters apart, you know? They're sort of a package deal. They're very different people from each other. And they've had their own solo careers and everything, but really, they just kind of go together like salt and pepper or ketchup and mustard or whatever. I don't know. They just really have to be together. They're more of a unit. Because normally I'd only talk about, one woman in my videos. My dad really loved the Wilson sisters. He thought they were something else. He just said, they were just so alluring in their own way. He enjoyed their music too, but he was really fascinated by the Wilson sisters. They had a very good stage presence. I like their music because it may be a band led by two women, but I tell you what, there was nothing sissy about them back in the day when they started. They played stuff you could put it up against anybody else, any of the man groups. Thank you very much for watching this tribute to the Wilson Sisters of Heart. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't listened to their music for a while, go listen to it. And they even had some good stuff in the 80s too. They did have some hard stuff in the 80s, but mostly they were into power ballads and stuff. But it's still worth a listen. Thank you very much.